Hi, I'm Lou. Digital projectors provide a great way to watch TV and movies. You can get a 10-foot wide viewing area for about the same price as a 50-inch flat screen TV. Unfortunately, the screens that projectors use, good ones, can cost $500 or more. Today I'm going to show you how to build your own screen for under 50 bucks. This looks and acts like an expensive screen, but in actuality it's just about 10 coats of white paint rimmed with trim boards that have been wrapped in black velvet. First, mount your projector in the desired location. Next, turn on your projector and turn on a test pattern if it has one. If not, just something bright so that you can see where the edges of the picture are going to lie. And then take a roll of masking tape and tape a few spots all along around the edges so you know exactly where the picture is going to hit your wall. Once the area is taped off, turn off your projector, and you're going to need to make a really flat, smooth surface. So if you've got any nail holes like this, they'll have to be patched, or any little bumps, they'll have to be removed. Use a putty knife and some spackling compound to fill any of the holes, and use sandpaper and a wooden block or a sanding sponge to sand off any of the bumps. If you find your bump was a nail, try to pull it out with a knife. If you can't get the nail out, simply smash it in below the surface and fill it with spackle. To get these holes extra smooth, you really should let them dry, sand them off, fill them again, let them dry, and sand them off one more time. Then you'll have a really smooth wall. Once your wall is nice and smooth, you'll want to coat it with about 10 coats of really thick paint. Ask at the hardware store to get the thickest they have. You'll want to put the paint on with a roller instead of a brush. Also, if you're using a DLP projector, get a bright white paint. And if you're using an LCD projector, get the silver screen color. Measure the outside dimensions of your projection area and go to the hardware store and buy enough 3-inch wide casement molding. This is the stuff that normally goes around doors, to put around your screen. If you have a miter saw, you'll want to cut these at 45-degree angles so you can make a frame for your projection screen. If you don't have a miter saw, then don't get the casement molding. Instead, get this 1x4 wood. It has square edges. It'll work just as well. And you'll just have the hardware store cut it to length for you, so you have two pieces that run together like this, so your corners won't be mitered, they'll just be butt joints. Next, you want to go to the fabric store and buy a piece of velvet or cheap velvet-like material that is as long as your longest board, or actually maybe about 6 inches longer than your longest side. And then we're going to cut out strips of fabric that are obviously as long as your boards and about 7 inches wide. We use velvet because it is the best material for absorbing overspray light from the projector. That's what you want all the way around the outside. Obviously your velvet will be a lot longer than mine. This is just a sample. So take the velvet and put it fuzzy side down on the floor, and then take your piece, again yours will be a lot longer than mine, put your wood in, and then fold it up like this and duct tape it in place, and then stretch the other side. We want to stretch this as much as possible so we have a nice, even, smooth surface on this side. And then we're going to duct tape this side down as well. For extra good measure, we can put a few staples in here. If you don't have a staple gun, you might try some little nails. Put some nails in all along to hold it in place. Once your frame sides are done, they're ready to be nailed to the wall with these little 1.5 inch long finish nails. You angle them down so that the weight of the frame actually forces the nail into the drywall and holds it in place. Obviously right to where it just starts to come out the back. Now it's ready to go up to the wall. So simply put your frames in place, pound them in. Color that with a little bit of black magic marker. And that'll never be visible when you're watching a movie. When you're all done, you'll have a great movie screen. Thanks for watching and good luck with your projection screen.